What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Miss Brittany M, and I am back again with a Q&A. A lot of you guys had so many questions. Well, a lot of you guys had so many of the same questions, I guess I should say. So we're gonna go ahead and answer some of these questions for you guys. Okay, first question. Y'all, don't mind my bed. I don't feel like it today, and I don't feel like y'all today. All right, so don't mind my bed. So first question, how do you deal with being pregnant and just getting engaged? By the way, I love you and I'm so happy for you. I feel excited. I feel happy. I feel like everything is falling into place. This is exactly what I've always envisioned for myself. I know some people they say like, oh, I don't want to settle down until I'm in my 30s, or they feel like they need all this time to get established, or it takes them longer to get established, or they just feel like whenever they're in relationships they're missing out. I'm a relationship type of girl. I love being in love, and I always knew I would settle down young. I also knew that I didn't want to wake up 35 established with no one to share my accomplishments with. I didn't want to be in my 30s still dating. I didn't want to have kids after 30. I always knew that I just wanted to find my person and grow with my person, and I knew that I wanted to have kids not this early. I definitely knew I wanted to start having kids around 27. But yeah, I always knew I was gonna settle down early. That was just one thing that was very important to me. Even though I am extremely career oriented and I'm very ambitious and driven, my love life was just as important as my career, and I always held it that way. So if any of my OG subscribers follow me, you guys know I'm super quick to move on, but I always made dating a priority, just because I always knew, you know, I wanted to settle down. I didn't want to be the single auntie. That just wasn't goals for me. And when I see some of my favorite like celebrities, they have everything in life but a family, and so I didn't want to be that person. Family is very important to me. So now that I've chosen who I want to spend the rest of my life with, and now that I'm starting my family, I feel extremely accomplished. Like, I'll be 25 next month, and I just feel like I know exactly. I'm very, very happy of where I am career wise. I'm very happy of who I have chose to share my life with, and then I'm also very happy that I'm starting my family. So I just feel really grateful and accomplished, and yeah. Next question, when is your gender reveal? Okay, that must have been a late one. As you guys know, I am having a boy. My gender reveal was Labor Day weekend, and now we can start on the nursery and all that good stuff. Do you feel any pressure about being a wife? Absolutely not. I am not traditional or old school at all. Pum knows that I can't cook, and I don't like to cook, and I don't enjoy cooking. Now, for the sake of my family, I'm sure I'll cook a good 3 times a week max. But he is definitely the cooker in this relationship. I am extremely submissive, but yeah, I don't feel any pressure being a wife. I feel like me and Pum are still going to be in these streets having fun, going on dates, traveling. I'm still going to make time for myself and my friends, which is really important to me personally. Yeah, I don't really feel any pressure being a wife. Nothing really changes except that lifelong commitment. And then of course you take on his debt. But yeah, I don't really feel any pressure. I feel like while we were friends, we talked so much about the life we wanted to live, and the life we were creating for ourselves. When you have 2 established people who come together and they're very vocal about what they want out of life and their dreams in life, once you start talking about marriage and marriage finally comes, there's no real surprises. Yeah, do I feel any pressure? No, I don't feel any pressure. I'm just chilling. Are you leaning towards getting married before or after the birth? That I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If it was up to me, we would literally courthouse it and go straight to the courthouse. But I have a feeling that I may regret that. So it's literally up in the air, and DC has no problem with either or. So I don't know. And I haven't put too much thought into it, but yeah, I don't know. How to manifest the things you want in life. So this is very, I can go on, and I can actually make a whole YouTube video about this, because a lot of you guys watch all of these manifestation videos and y'all think you say a few chants and you speak it into existence and it's going to happen. But a lot of you guys don't have the work ethic, not only to obtain the goal, but to maintain the goal once it comes into fruition. And so first you have to create a plan and stick to that plan. A lot of you guys quit really early. You get discouraged, or you just don't stick to the plan for long. A lot of you guys change your minds a lot, which I also can't stand. So I feel like once you get that plan, figure out the different guys, I don't even feel like it. Basically what I'm trying to say is figure out, what do you want out of life? And I think the problem is sometimes we get so tunnel vision on what life is supposed to look like, not understanding that there's a million different ways to get there. So it doesn't always have to be that one specific way. Just for an example, one of my goals in life is to be a professor. Whether I teach online, whether I teach virtually, whether I teach at a university, whether I teach at a community college, whether I teach part-time at a acting school like I used to, no matter what, I'm always teaching. And if you guys have watched my channel for the past couple of years, you guys know this. And even in my YouTube videos, I'm teaching. And so I don't physically have to be in a classroom at Spelman or at Georgia State for me to feel accomplished in my purpose, as long as I'm teaching. And so that's what I mean by, when you guys want certain goals, don't be so closed-minded. Like some of you guys may say, I want to be a famous singer. Well, what if you're the singer at your local church? Does that not you know, is that not the goal? Is that not what you said? Or what if you end up singing background for somebody? Are you not a famous singer, a part of a famous, you know, band? What if you end up writing a song and doing a song for a cartoon like the Proud Family or something, and that's your song, and that song is a famous song and you get paid royalties for the rest of your life? Did you not fulfill that accomplishment? So I just think when you guys think about the goals that you want out of life, don't be so set on one specific route to get there. Really think about how many other ways you can accomplish that goal. Are you nervous for the birth? Try to go all natural. That epidural is no good, trust me. I am extremely nervous about birth. I'm actually terrified about birth. DC has hired a doula and a midwife for me, and I feel very equipped. I feel really good. Of course, because of COVID, the only person that can be in the room with me is Pum. But I feel very supported, and I feel extremely heard and protected. And so I've just been doing my part. So I eat really well. I don't work out, but I do walk a lot, especially on the treadmill every single day. Even when I'm at work, my coworkers are great. They walk 2 laps with me around the building every day, Monday through Friday. And so yeah, all I'm doing is my part. And so I'm reading up on a bunch of different teas and fruits and the type of meals or stretches I can be doing. So I try to do everything that I can. What's the best way to save money? Hold on, y'all, because I am so uncomfortable. Hold up. Whew. Okay. What's the best way to save money? So if you want to save money, and by the way guys, I have a bunch of videos about this. The first thing you want to do is eliminate any unnecessary expenses. Nobody's going to the gym right now because of COVID. Why are you still paying a gym membership? Have you checked out other insurance companies to lower your insurance payment plans? Do you use Hulu, and if you don't, why are you still paying for it? Why do you still have stars on when power is over? Why are we still getting our nails done? That's just not safe. Can you afford to skip out and go to your hair done every 2 weeks and maybe getting your hair done once a month? Can you cut out weed and alcohol for a month so you can stack your bread? Can you stop eating out as much? Can you put yourself on a cash budget, so instead of you swiping your card all the time, literally as soon as you get paid, go to the ATM, take out $300, and that's all you have for the next 2 weeks? So that's what I do, and that's the price or the amount that I give myself whenever I get paid. But yeah, it's a million ways. Do you think you backslid? Did your beliefs change? Congrats on everything though, sis. This was one of my favorite questions. No, I don't think so at all. I honestly feel like everything, and when I say everything, like when I look back on the last, let's say 4 years of my life, every single thing, the way it panned out, the way it happened, I honestly feel like everything brought me to where I am right now. And I feel like my son was just destined to happen. And I feel I can't even explain it, because even when I look back on everything I've gone through while I was walking through the valley, and I talked about this on Instagram, not knowing what God had for me on the mountaintops, and not knowing that the summer I had when I met DC, and where he was in life and where I was in life, and how our friendship blossomed, and how the chemistry was crazy, and how we strategically fell in love. You know, we weren't making decisions based off of our heart, but we really, like, we thought it out, and it was planned, and it was strategic, and everything just had to make sense for us. And the way we just mapped out our lives together. And even though on our end the pregnancy wasn't planned, and we worked so hard supporting one another on budgeting and saving and paying off our debt, and then we get pregnant, and then he proposed. Like, my life isn't a fairy tale, but I feel like it's one of the like best stories I could have ever written on my own. And I really wish I can explain it. And I know there are a lot of Christians out there who may look at the sin of my story, but I just don't. I just think it's so incredible how the Lord used me exactly where I was, and exactly where I still am. And oh, I could cry. No, I don't know, I'm just so grateful that the Lord still used me, and that I'm so happy for my legacy to be on its way. And I'm so happy about the love that I share with my partner, and the fact that, like, we don't need each other, and we aren't like super consumed with one another, and we're like completely independent, and we're completely like, this is just the first relationship I've ever been in where like we just literally don't need each other at all. Like, let's just say God forbid something ever happened, we would both like agree like, yeah, this isn't making sense anymore, and we will be completely fine separating. And it's not one of those like, can't live without you, I need you, and he is in a crutch. And it's just so freeing to be loved so just in a healthy way. And it's just so nice to not idolize someone and for my relationship just to be, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but no, not at all. Now, have my beliefs changed? I think I am way less judgmental as a Christian, and I am way more accepting of other people's story, because my story wasn't your typical I waited till marriage, I had kids 3 or 5 years after we were like, my story just isn't the typical Christian story. And the fact that the Lord still blessed me in my mess, it's just incredible and it's fascinating. So yeah. How does it feel to be with your soulmate? So I don't technically believe that either one of us are with our soulmate. And I don't even think I believe, nobody ever asked me this before. I don't really think, how do I want to word this? So me and DC talk about this all the time. We feel like we could have built a very happy and successful life with anyone we chose. We don't necessarily feel like let's just say hypothetically we broke up and then we moved on to other people. We don't necessarily feel like the fate or the destiny of our lives or the fulfillment of our lives would have never came into fruition if we weren't with each other. So we don't like the whole soulmate thing, because regardless if it was me or if it was somebody else or if it was him or someone else, we feel like we still would have had the life that we were supposed to live, and we would have worked for the life we were supposed to live. Like there's a million people in this world, and for you to be so stuck on that one person is just not it. Because what if that person passes away? What if that person goes to jail for life? What if that person can't have children? What if that person becomes an addict? What if that person becomes gay? Like there's just so many different things. Are you hoping for a boy or girl? Congrats on your engagement. Y'all are so cute. So I was personally hoping for a girl. I was gonna name her Lyric. He was hoping for a boy, and we got it. So now I'm excited, because at least I know the next time we have a child, if the Lord sees fits, hopefully if it's a girl, the girl will have an older brother. So I think that's very crucial. I want to start a YouTube channel. What editing software would you suggest for beginners? I loved Movie Maker. Now I have Final Cut Pro, but they all do the same crap. Hey sis, how can I manifest my husband? I literally have everything else. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier when I was talking to you guys about this. So if you want to manifest your husband, the first thing I would say, because this is how I manifested DC, is to just have fun and be yourself. And I say this all the time. Maybe one day me and DC can sit down and talk about this, but when we met each other, we were both in these streets having fun, dating people, dating other people, and just having fun. Like when I met him, he was going on dates with other women, I was going on dates with other men, and we weren't even trying to impress each other because there were other people that we liked as well. And I think that took so much pressure off of it, because for each other we weren't the best runner-up, or we weren't like I like you the most and you like me the most. It was literally just, it was just so fun. Like I wasn't thinking about my husband, I wasn't thinking about being ladylike, I wasn't thinking about how he was going to judge me. We literally just were ourselves. And I feel like once we started dating, it took a lot of pressure off, because instead of him getting to know me, it's like he already knew me. It's like you already know the vibes, you already know what I get into, you already know how I do. He already knew my roster, I guess you could say, and I knew his. And so yeah, I think it's sometimes the church tries to have you, like the church says things like sit and wait for him to come up to you and wait for him to pursue you, and you're going to miss out on a lot of great friendships with that mindset. So with DC, it was just like, you're cute, I'm cute, you're fun, I'm fun, like what you doing later, let's link. And we did every time, and we had so much fun. And then eventually he was just like, all right, we have so much fun together, and the chemistry is here, and you're very attractive, and I know you feel the same way about me. I'm talking to a couple people, and DC knew I was talking to a couple people, and he was just like, do you want to just stop talking to other people and see where this can go? And I was like, sure. We tried it out, and look, now that's my baby daddy and my husband. But yeah, I strongly think if we would have took each other serious in the beginning, we would have never worked out. Yeah, no, I was just my crazy ratchet self, and we just had a lot of fun. Hey, are you planning on breastfeeding or formula feeding? So I plan on breastfeeding during my maternity leave. I'll be home for 3 months, and then once I go back to work, I plan on formula feeding. I'm going to look into doing both. If I could do both, I'm going to, but we'll see. Have you and DC talked about moving in together, or are y'all going to wait? Yes, for sure. He practically lives with me now, but we, hold on y'all, because this lighting ain't it. But we have decided to move in here. Well, DC is going to be moving into my family's home. Again, I think I shared with you guys, my parents have a 5-bedroom house, and it's just me here. So the baby will have his own nursery. Me and DC will have our own walk-in closet, which is the other guest room, and then of course we'll share my space as our bedroom, and then we still have a guest room downstairs for any of our family and friends to come. And yeah, we plan on staying here to get as much support as we can until we both finish school. And so you guys know DC just started his grad program, so I did not want to move out with the newborn. I need all hands on deck, and I wanted to be in a space where his family can also come and just stay with us whenever they want to. So my parents' house was more ideal for our situation. Which I have godparents. I asked because not too many have one. Love you so much, sis. Yes. So baby Crab has 4 godparents. How do you feel about your in-laws, and how is your relationship with DC's mom? You never share. So I absolutely love my in-laws. I have 2 sister-in-laws and 1 brother-in-law. And they're so nice, and they're so fun, and his parents are so nice and so fun as well. And even before I got pregnant, we were really not tight, but like, you know, we just always have a great time whenever we go back home. And so I always look at it as, you guys know I'm extremely family oriented, and DC's the same way, so I don't expect anything to change. I always say his mom is the queen and I am the princess, and that's just how it's going to be. That's how I carry it, that's how I treat her, and that's how I'm always going to carry it. Yeah, so his mom is the queen bee and I'm the princess, and I completely respect it and I acknowledge it, and I like it that way. I just feel like you only have one dad in life, and you only have one mom in life, and just like his siblings, like you can never replace your blood. I know some people feel like once you get married, the wife becomes first, or like once you get married, your own family goes before your other family. I don't like that. I don't want anything to change. Now naturally your priorities change, and there are more I guess compromising, but it's very important to me that his siblings never feel like they lost their brother, and that his parents never feel like they lost a son. So I try my absolute best to of course you want to feel like you fit into the family, but it's also very important to me that he still has that bond separately with them. And even though me and the baby are now in the picture, and he has, you know, a new family on this end, it's just very important that he keeps that bond with his own family. I'm just super family oriented, so that's the way I carry it. That's the way I'm going to carry it. Nothing is going to change, and I just know my role and I stick to my role. And there is no like competition and all that craziness over here, because I know a lot of you guys see that on like TV and stuff. No, we ain't doing that. I'm the princess and that's it, and I'm completely fine with that. And so yes, that was all of my questions for today, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Thank you for all of the questions that you guys were asking. They were pretty good questions, and I am sending every ounce of my love. Adios.